Hi, it's Fiona Fernandez. I'm not doing a live demonstration tonight. I'm doing a pre-recorded one, but still demonstration. So this is a new stamp set from the new catalogue that's out on the 4th of May. Spiral die, and it's a great big stamp. So I'll be putting up another video as well of how to put the label on the stamp. I've already done that, and then you can have a look at that too if you need to put your labels on. And this one is actually featured in the catalogue, so I'm doing a similar, I'm using their idea and I'm just changing it up a bit. It's called casing it. Okay, so this is my stamp. I've popped it on already, and we're going to put one colour on first, and then we're going to clean it and put another colour on. Fun. So I decided I'll use my new in colours, and I'm going to go for the soft succulent and fresh freesia. I love fresh freesia because that's my favourite colour. Well, my favourite flower is freesias, and I do really like this ink pad too. Look at the colour, it's gorgeous. So I'm just going to do that one first. Now I know what I've forgotten to do. I forgot to clean my ink pad. So I'll just, oh sorry, my stamp, not my ink pad. Don't clean your ink pads, don't do that. Clean my stamp. I'm just going to clean that off. Wipe over. Get rid of the residue on it from being made. We'll see how we go. I really like this stamp. Been waiting to get it out. I'll just wait for that to dry a little bit. And I'm going to be using a few other bits and pieces. So I'm going to be using this set, which is the layering circles dies, and I'm going to use a sentiment. I haven't decided which sentiment yet. So the Beauty of Friendship is a new stamp set as well, and this one was in the other catalogue, but it's got some nice sentiments too. I'm sort of thinking maybe you truly inspire me. Anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. I think my stamp is dry, so I shall just ink it up. I'm just going to ink it on there. Ooh, lots of ink. It's a wet ink pad. So I haven't used this one yet, obviously, because I just cleaned it. But yeah, I'm not sure if my ink pad's a bit too wet. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I've got some more card. Can make more. We can make more. Just going to pop that down. Just put it down and give it a push. Sorry, my light's sort of reflecting a lot on my Stamparatus today. Just lift it up. Ooh, now I've missed that little bit down in the corner there. And the good thing about the Stamparatus is you can just put it back down. So there's still ink on there because I haven't put it on there. So I'm just going to pop it back down. Give that a push. I didn't push that bit. See, I've got the ink on there now. And now I've missed a little bit up there as well. So I'll just do it again. This is where the Stamparatus is really great. I love that about it. You can just put more in, and if you haven't got enough ink on, you can go and put a bit more on. Just lift it up. That looks like enough ink to me. So now we're going to pull that off there. So you always lift it straight up and out of there, and then get your chamois. Got a nice clean chamois. Here you go. I washed it. It always looks like this even after you wash it. It's okay. I used a new one the other day, so it's all inky now. Just give that a good clean. Get all that colour off. Right. Again, I'll just wait for that to dry for a little bit. So leave your card right where it is. I'm going to turn it around and try this. So I'm going to use, I think I'll use that colour. I don't know, is that too much the same? We'll go the dark green. Oh, I'll go the light one, and then we'll use the dark one for the sentiment. Just pop your ink pad out. So I'm going to just ink this up here. Look, got it on my fingers. I can feel it on my fingers. Don't worry about the corners, because we're not going to push the corners down onto the card. And we're going to be trimming the card down anyway to put it on my card. A bit of ink on there. Ooh, look at that. Yummy. There's my fingers with a little bit of ink on them. I'll just wipe that off on my chamois. That worked well. It came off pretty well. So then we're just going to put it in this side of the Stamparatus. See what happens. Let's see what happens when we do this. Good push down. Just lift it up. Wow, look at that. That's fancy. Ooh. I'm just tossing out whether to ink it down a little bit more. I'll just put that back down. There, around there. Needs a little bit more. That's better. Okay, and then I'm just going to take that out. Lift it straight up out of there. And clean that off. There we go. Done. Alright, so that's our Stamparatus. I'll just leave that to the side. And just leave the little magnet there. Put that up there. Isn't that gorgeous? So I've pre-cut some card. So I'm going to use this as my base. And then, oops, daisies. Sorry about that. Knocked my camera. I've got the iPad up here and I'm standing up, so I thought I'd use that as my base underneath, and then I'll cut this one down to the same size, or I might go a bit smaller so that we get all of that in. Yeah, so I'll just trim that down. And I think I will trim, I'll go on the, which way will I go? Let me think for a second. If I go that way, we're going to end up with the white, aren't we? I wonder if I should go a bit smaller than that. And make the top piece just the green and the, yeah, I might do that. Alrighty. So if I make, this one is 9.5 centimeters. So if I make this one, I want to go to, what does that measure out there? The actual stamp width is 11. Just thinking which way I want to do it. Maybe I'll just go a little bit smaller. I'll go to 9 to start with. So there's the 9 or 9.5. I'm just looking where it's lining up. So half of 9.5, 9 is 4.5, about there. And my centre's about there. So I'm just going to put it about there. I'm going to put it about there. Very precise. Try this first. Do the 9.5. and then I can always trim it down more. And I'm just going to trim that edge off there. And trim that one off. And see what we're left with. Oh, that one's got a bit left on it. Just trim that piece off. And we're left with a piece that looks like that. I might have to trim that piece. I didn't go close enough on the bottom. Oh, I've just put a new blade in, so it's working quite lovely at the moment. Well, that one's raggy because I just did that little tiny piece. So I just use a nail file and just smooth those bits off. Once you stick it down, you won't see that. Let's get that out of there. So I'm going to put that at an angle there. Let's see what this looks like. And that at an angle. Now do I want it that way or that way? Ooh. I might have to trim a bit more off the side, I think. Just a tiny bit. Or keep it going the same way. Yeah, I might bring that in a bit more. So I don't want to lose my center though. My center's there. So I take a little piece off. Let's take a little piece off that side. Okay, like that. And that's all right. Get rid of that bit there. Just check my white's looking a bit funny there because I had that that extra piece on the bottom. I'm just going to trim that with my snips because of the edge of it. I don't often do this, but in this situation I think I need to trim that off a bit. And because of the pattern, you won't really notice that. Right, I put that there. I go that way or that way? I still might need to take a bit off the side, I think. I go that way. Do it that way. There we go. Right. How does that? Oh, that looks nice on the camera. I always like to look on the camera to see what it's looking like. I've got a tiny little rough bit on my Freesia down the corner, so I'm just going to smooth that off a bit. It's got a little bit that doesn't want to come off. I'll snip that. It's must be paper snip day today. Let's get the very edge of that off. I don't want little hairy bits. It's a bit hard doing this in mid-air. I'm in mid-air. Okay, what did we have? I had it that way. And that's got a lot of texture on it. You can feel it after you've stamped it. You can't see it, but I can feel it. All the ink on there. Okay, I'm going to go like that. I like that. Okay, and I've got some fresh Freesia ribbon to play with. But before we do that, I'll just stamp a little sentiment on here. Okay, let me see. I think I'll go with the You Truly Inspire Me. Let's find a stamp block. This is my Busy Bees team block. I had these made for my team, so if you want to be on my team, that would be lovely. And there's a special on in May to be on a team, and I've put something on my something will come up on my social media about that, or you can just message me and I'll send you the information. I'm going to use the Evening Evergreen to stamp this. Now I want to cut this out with a circle, and I want to be as close as possible. Which one do I want? Don't think it'll fit on that one. Oh, it might fit on that one. Maybe we'll do that one. Okay, so I just need to really stay in the middle of my, just move that out of the way. Just get some ink on there. Ooh, that's nice. So you can see how much ink I've got on there. Get that light on there, look. That light's on. Gotta have light. Rock it a tiny bit, pull it off. Oh, that's nice. Clean the stamp. That's nice, isn't it? Look at that colour. Oh, yum. Yum. Now I was trying to decide whether to make sure you've got your stamp pads closed properly, otherwise they'll dry out. I'm just tossing up whether to put a bit of this underneath it, but I think that might be too much now, so I'm going to cut my circle out. And I can use my mini for that. Move my card over, get my little mini out. Let's find my plates. I think we'll go with, I think that might be too big. I think I'll go with a smaller one. This is the mini cut and emboss machine. It's so cute. So you use a number 1 and number 2, and you put your piece on, and then you get your little die cut. Put it where you want it, and you can put a little bit of either washi tape or a sticky on there if you need to hold it down. I'm going to try without it, but sometimes I move it. And you don't have to have them all lined up exactly against each other. It's better if you don't have them. See how they're lined up at the end here? It's sometimes better if you have it a little bit off so that it doesn't upset everything. It seems to go through better that way. So this one can be sitting right off like I've got it. I just hold it carefully, and because I'm on paper here, it tends to slip a bit, but I'll just try and do it carefully. I get it in there before I let go of that piece, and then it's a bit harder to wind that piece. And it'll go bang in a second. Oh, no, it didn't. Oh yeah, there it goes. When it lets go, it goes bang, pop. So that's how our little die piece looks. There it is, over there. And I'll just see how this one looks. I really love this stamp, and I love these colours. Look at them. Now I'm not going to put over the middle because I want to, or you could if you like that coming out. I think I'll put it down a tiny bit. Just wondering whether to cut the background a little bit down. Let me have a look for a second. Yeah, I'm just thinking I might trim the back one down a tiny tad. A tiny, tiny bit. Just because I think this card size, so I've gone with the 13.9, so I think I'm going to come down another 5 to the 13.4. We'll try that first before we take more off. And I usually keep my little pieces like this in a little box so that I can use them on a card. Handy little pieces sometimes. Alright, let's put that. Which way do I have it? That way or that way? I can't remember. It doesn't really matter. There, I feel that's better. That's good, I like that. Okay. I'm liking that. And I'm going to put some ribbon. I think I might even do a bow. Don't whether do a bow or just do a bit of something under it. Nah, I think I'll do a bow. I love the ribbon. Look at this. It's just beautiful. And it's really nice and it's soft and it's firm at the same time. So I've only used it once so far and I really liked it. Just gives a really nice bow. It's just got a lovely feel to it. That looks alright to me. Okay, let's get this happening. I'm going to put that on there. Bit of glue. Tombow liquid glue. On the top, just a little bit there. So I don't put too much on, just enough to hold it down. And then remember where I was putting it. Which way to have it? That way or that way? Oh, I can't remember. I'm going to go this way. Doesn't really matter. I just want it sitting a bit crooked. And with the liquid glue you can move it a bit as well before you've totally stuck it down, which is very handy. Use the other glues that, you know, once it's stuck, it's stuck. Alright. Maybe I did have it the other way. Did I have it the other way? No, I think that's okay. Alright, and because this is card, I'm going to use a bit of this. If it was the designer series paper, I wouldn't. I'd use something else because I find the Tombow, you can see it through designer series paper. But we've just made our own designer series paper. Love those colours. Woohoo. Okay, I'm going to put some dimensionals on that one. So get some little minis. There's lots of beautiful new products in the new catalogue, so if you want a catalogue, let me know. I'll send you one. They'll be online as well. You'll be able to see the PDF on the Stampin Up website. And I'll just put my glue lid on so we don't get glue everywhere, and use my take a pick tool to get these off. You truly inspire me. I'm just going to put that down there a little bit. Now this is tricky because this is where the grid paper is handy. So I'm just putting that on really crooked. If you get your grid paper going, because of all these patterns going different ways, I'm just going to pop my ruler across on one of the lines so that I can see a straight line. I'm pretty good at doing this with my eye, but sometimes, especially with all the angles going on, I'm going to put it about there. I'm just resting my knuckle there on the card to hold it down so I don't stick this to the ruler, and just looking at the, have I got it in the right place? Hang on, did I want it there or a bit down? About there, I think. So I feel like that's fairly straight. And again, look, it's just looking at it anyway. I think that's okay. Be happy with that. And then I'm going to get my little ribbon and stick that on there like that. So this ribbon, because it's nice and firm, is also really good when you cut it. It's just got a really nice solid feel to it. I've already got my scissors around the wrong way and all my bling's fallen everywhere. Where do I want that? About there. See how easy that was to cut it? Some ribbon sometimes it's not that easy. It's just nice. That bin. And I'm just going to pull that down a little bit there. And put some sticky dots under it. Just grab them. Not sitting quite right. Hang on a minute. Right. Just need one there. Pull that around a bit. There we go. Look at that. You inspire me. Now I'm just going to trim that one off again. I do actually like them hanging off the card sometimes, but I will trim that one up a bit because I can't seem to get it to come right over here. Could probably put a bit of glue in there, but I think I'll leave it down. Let's go a bit shorter. Oh no, now my ribbon's crooked. All that talk about my ribbon. Oh dear. Oh dear. The other thing you can do is put a bit of sticky tape on your ribbon. It's going to go all silly now because I raved on about it. Never mind. This happens sometimes. We'll get there. There we go. We'll get there. Alright, let me find some bling. Bling. I bought the bling, the in colour bling. Look at that. Isn't it pretty? It is so pretty. And I think I will just use a couple. Just get the other end of my take your pick tool. Move a few things out the way. This end of the tool is really good. It's got a bit of putty on it. And it comes out probably at the end of it. It's putty there. So you can actually grab your bling and you just put it on and move it. And I'm just got to decide which colour I want there. I'm thinking I might go with the dark green. The evergreen, evening evergreen, to match my writing because it's got a real pink reflection in it. Not sure which one to use. Might be too dark. Put one on here. I like this one as well though. Oh, now the thing's coming out. Look. I squeezed it and it's coming out of it. So as you wind that, it squeezes the putty out. You can get refills. It comes with refills as well. Just don't know. Can't make up my mind. The challenging part. I'm going to put one there. But I'm thinking of a little one as well, like this. And then put another one up there. I might put this one up here. I think that'll do. Okie dokie. So there's my card for the 4th of May. New catalogue, new year. So happy shopping and happy stamping. And I'll see you next week. Ciao.